Hello and welcome back to Fallout New Vegas on Nyxus Gaming. When last we left off, we had got here to Cottonwood Cove and we did a few things around here. We were gonna do a quest, it didn't work out. So instead we did the Legend of the Star quest in the Sunset Sarsaparilla headquarters. But now, I think we're ready to finally tackle the Legion in Cottonwood Cove. Sorry guys, just turning down my audio on my headphones there real quick. But yeah, I think we're ready to tackle the Legion and see what they're all about. Now before we go to the fort, in between episodes, I did scour some more NCR dog tags that we're going to need for some reputation here. And I'll tell you that the best way to get reputation for this is to exchange it for food to Decanus Severus here. And you want to exchange 5 at a time.
Here, this is edible.
And if you keep doing that, that's going to give you the most Legion reputation you can get for your dog tags. So if I did the math right, that's accepted. We want to be liked by the Legion, so if I did the math right, if I gave him 15 dog tags and I do the other quests that I can do at the fort, then I should have enough reputation to do this. So I'm going to go ahead and head to the fort now. We popped in there a little bit last episode, but it didn't work out because we had to go talk to Caesar to get anything done, and that's a whole rabbit hole I didn't want to start yet. So I'll go ahead and do it now. I'll rerun through all the dialogue options, but just know we did do that part last episode.
Awe, are you ready to head upriver?
Yeah, who are you?
I am Cursor Lucullus, and my orders are to escort you to the Legion's camp at Fortification Hill. Are you ready to go?
What'll happen at the fort?
You'll be meeting face to face with the mighty Caesar himself, founder of the Legion, conqueror of 86 tribes. To my knowledge, this is the first time Caesar has ever summoned one of the dissolute to see him. Not even tribal chieftains receive this honor.
Who are you calling dissolute?
All who are not Legion are dissolute. They live in squalor, unrestrained by morality, lacking moderation, temper, and self-control. Their very existence is a blight on the common good. Even worse are the profligates, the subtype of dissolute one finds this side of the river. They hold themselves to be civilized, when in fact they are corrupt and self-interested. The truth will be made clear to them soon enough.
And what have I done to earn this honor?
You'd know better than I would, but you must be remarkable for Caesar to take such an interest.
Alright, well, I'm ready to travel.
The trip will take a few hours. Take your place on the boat.
And just like that, he takes us up to the fort. This is the only way to get to the fort. If,
Wait a second. What's going on? Am I playing Virgil to your Dante? I'd like to assume that we're tiptoeing into the mouth of hell out of academic curiosity, but I'm not so open-minded that I've lost my brains.
I want to say, the response we wanted to do here was let's just listen to him, figure out what he's up to, and get out.
Short of canceling our imminent travel plans, that's the best thing you could have said. Just be careful. If we travel at Caesar's pleasure, he may not let us out as easily as he lets us in.
Well, yeah, I know that.
By order of Caesar, all visitors must disarm and relinquish all banned items.
What is considered a banned item?
Alcohol and all chems, including stims and other addictive items.
If you have somewhat high speech, you can convince him to let you take along your chems and stim packs and stuff. Because I have to bring them along. A congenital heart defect.
I know not why Caesar would wish to speak with such a physically inferior whelp, but I will allow this one exception. You may bear Caesar's mark, but do not attempt to share any of your medicine with anyone in the fort.
And I'll keep my holdout
Your
weapons.
belongings will be returned to you when you leave.
Which I think at this point is just a switchblade. But what I was saying, that's the only way into the fort. If Cursor Lucullus ever dies, you can still just walk up and activate the raft and get out. Easy as that. So this is the fort. If you check your map, it's way up here towards the Hoover Dam. Right across the river from the Hoover Dam, actually. And there's a few people we want to talk to. We
You're a
have
great
Del
contact,
Barton
Master.
here.
So you're the visitor I've heard some of the legionaries talking about. If you're in the mood to trade, just say the word.
Have you ever met Kaisar?
I haven't had the pleasure. I have crossed paths with Legate Lanius, his second in command, however. It was unpleasant.
Tell me more about the Legate.
He's the best the Legion has to offer, or so the legionaries say. Brute of a man, wears a fancy metal mask in a battle. He killed one of my pack Brahmins simply because it was in his way. I knew better than to complain about it, though.
What about you?
Shoot.
Are you part of the Legion?
No, sir. I'm an independent trader from Arizona.
Is it dangerous to trade here?
Not at all. They're my best customers. As long as you don't try to sell them chems or alcohol, they treat you fair. Hell, I don't even need to travel with guards most of the time in Legion territory. All the bandits are dead or run off.
Do you ever trade with NCR?
Between having to hire protection and getting slapped with taxes, it's more profitable to stick to Arizona and New Mexico. But I do cross the river from time to time when an opportunity comes along.
And you can see what he has for sale. It's not going to be anything too special, but it is a just a small little vendor you can talk to here in the fort. I am going to try and sell a few things just to get it off my hands. We don't need vault suits anymore, so get rid of those. All this extra stuff that we have, the food. We have a bit more of that than I thought we did. We can sell like 3 stim packs. Sell, what, 3 of these? No. Only 2 of them. See what we have in the, we can sell some NCR money in Legion territory, funnily enough. But I think that's about it, so we'll go ahead and accept that.
Another satisfied customer.
And walk away with about 500 caps more than we did before. Now, there are a few kind of unimportant characters we want to talk to. Like I said, one of them's going to be this slave here, I believe. You will see a lot of slaves just running around doing their job here. This is just an unnamed slave. Never mind. We're looking for a named slave.
Excuse me.
I can't wait until they let me fight. Don't bother me. I'm training to become a full legionary.
We're also looking for kids somewhere,
You do well to serve the Legion.
but I'm not seeing any of them around. Maybe they're actually inside the main fort here. You can open the fort drawbridge, and this is the main camp area up here. I'm gonna take a look around here, see if I can find him. He's another guy that we'll want to talk to here in a second. That actually might be the slave we want to talk to here. Siri.
If you're injured, I might have healing powder to spare.
You're a doctor?
I never finished my training. The Legion saw to that when they overran my town. I do know basic first aid, but I've had to rely on tribal remedies to treat illnesses and injuries. Healing powders and all that. I'm always running low on Xander root. Plenty of Brock flowers, though.
You're using 1 Brock flower per Xander root, right?
Oh, I've been using 2 roots per flower. Thanks to you, I'll be able to create twice as much healing powder per day.
Do you have anything for sale?
For sale? I'm a slave, not a merchant. I could give you some supplies every day, though. You are, after all, a friend of the Legion.
Alright, well, about the effectiveness.
What about it? Do you have some advice?
Never mind. I have some questions about you.
What do you want to know?
Where are you from?
A small town in New Mexico. The Legion burned it a few years back. That's how I ended up here.
How long have you been a slave?
3 years and counting. If I could just get across the river, I'd be free. Not that I'd try it. I've seen what happens when you get caught.
How are women treated around here?
We're property. If you're too young or too old, the men usually leave you alone. Usually. Alright.
What do you know about the Legate, Lanius?
The Legate is not a man to be crossed, especially if you're a woman. That's all I'll talk about it. Okay.
Alright, so I mainly just wanted to talk to her about the healing powder and get that little bit of fame there. Let's go ahead and talk to this guy, Otho, however you pronounce it.
You here to fight in the arena? Then you're talking to the right man.
Tell me more about the arena.
Such as?
What are the rules?
Light armor and machetes only. The challenger, the one who asks to enter the arena, may be pitted against one or more opponents. All matches continue until one side is dead. No exceptions.
What do you do?
I set up the fights, keep track of prisoners available, and make sure the arena's cleaned up.
Who does the fighting?
Most of the time, it's some young legionary trying to make a name for himself, hoping to get noticed by Caesar or the Praetorians. We pit slaves or prisoners against each other once in a while, but it's not much of a show. They're usually too reluctant to kill each other.
Alright, let's talk
Like
about
what?
something else. What can you tell me about the legate?
A great warrior. When he was but a recruit, I watched him kill 10 men in the arena with his bare hands. He doesn't feel pain, and he never ever shows mercy. If all legionaries were like him, the Legion would be invincible.
So we're learning more about this legate and how much of a god of a legion he is. But let's try and fight in the arena.
That can be arranged. You will be facing off against a couple of disobedient slaves. Not much of a challenge, but it might be entertaining to watch.
I'm ready.
Remember the rules. Light armor and machetes only. And, of course, to the death.
Got it, I'm ready.
Good luck.
They hardly even know how to fight.
So it does automatically equip the gladiator armor and the machete onto you, so you don't have to worry about that.
You like that? I'm no legionary, but I'm... I'm out of here.
And he's running away now. Easy as that. The first fight is done. With the duel concluded, your regular equipment has been returned. I got an administration key and some... Oh, that's all my stuff being re-added. Okay.
As expected, it wasn't much of a fight, but what can you expect from slaves?
Let's fight again.
There's a captured NCR trooper available, Sergeant Andrews. He's already been challenged once and survived, so he should be a worthy opponent.
Hold on.
All right.
Let me quick save here, because I don't know
What do you
if
need
that's
from me?
gonna mess up my NCR reputation or not.
There's a...
I'm ready.
Careful in there. He's tougher than he looks. I've got you now.
They hardly even know how to fight. They hardly even know.
Alright. So it looks like it did not mess up my reputation, which is good. So let's go
A
ahead
good fight. Some NCR troopers can be competent fighters.
and let's do the third fight.
I have a dangerous one for you. An NCR ranger by the name of Stella. We got lucky since we rarely capture rangers alive. Even though she's a woman, she's killed every man who's faced her in the arena. Even one of the elite Centurions. With her bare hands.
Alright, I'm ready.
Watch out for her. She's one of the deadliest fighters I've ever seen.
So this is an NCR Ranger.
You like that?
Looks like she is doing a bit of damage to me, actually. Do I have my stim packs? I don't think I do, actually. Alright, so, let's be a little better about this. Do some little back and forth strafes here.
They hardly even know how to fight.
She's almost down, just one more hit. And there we go. Easy as that. And we are now liked by the Legion. That happened a little earlier than I thought it would. But that's exactly what we were going for with that. So that's pretty good. What is wrong with my fingers? Dude. What the hell? Is that how they look when you're crippled? Are my hands crippled? They aren't. What the hell? There we go. That fixed them. I don't know what she did to my fingers there, but they're all fixed up. So now that we have the arena done, let's go look for one of the kids that should be running around here somewhere. We have this guy here, Anthony.
Outsiders are a rare sight at the fort. Step carefully around here and you might just leave alive. I'm Anthony, master of the hounds.
Yeah, nice dog.
Lupa. Yes, she's the mother of a lot of our best dogs. She's getting old, but she's still a tough old bitch. Aren't you, girl? Yeah.
And Lupa is actually one of the choices to fix Rex's brain. So you could say I could use the brain to fix my cyber dog. Oh, excuse me. Sorry, guys.
Cyber dog? Like the ones I've seen up in Denver? I know what you're talking about. And it would make Lupa immortal, in a way.
Is that a yes?
You give Lupa a worthy death in the arena, and her brain is yours. Don't let your guard down just because she's old, though. Oh, and standard arena rules still apply. You don't get to wear armor, and you get only a machete for a weapon.
Alright, I'm ready to fight Lupa.
Alright. You've been a good dog, Lupa. Die well, girl.
So now we have to fight Lupa the dog. Actually almost died there yet, because it doesn't heal you in between fights, but we made it through. That's Lupa. You can search her, get her brain, and as I said, that's an option for you to give Dr. Henry in Jacobstown so you can heal Rex. Now, luckily I do have my stuff on me still, so I'm gonna heal up and get back to looking for this girl. We can talk to Anthony and see what he thinks about that, I guess.
What?
Doesn't have any comment about us killing Lupa. So let's ask some questions.
Yeah.
Where does the Legion get its dogs?
We breed them mostly, but sometimes we get some good ones from Denver. That whole city is overrun with them.
You train these dogs?
Been doing it since I was a boy. The mongrels know to listen up when I start talking to them.
Alright, what can you tell me about the Legate?
It took years for Caesar to conquer Nyxus' tribe, and Caesar showed mercy to the survivors, allowing them to join the Legion. Had the positions been reversed, Caesar would be dead. Nyxus is called the Monster of the East, because he never, ever shows mercy. Later.
Alright, so we do have a bunch of items that have to be re-added, sadly. So that's all the stuff happening in the top left. It's been going for a while now because we did so many fights. But I'm still just walking around looking for this little girl somewhere. Is that her down here? I don't think so. Maybe it is, yep.
I can't talk to you. It's not allowed.
I'm a friend, it's okay.
I guess that's okay. If you're a friend, can you help me?
Yeah, what do you do here?
I help take care of the Brahmin. I sometimes bring water and food to people. That's it.
What did you need help with?
Anthony took Sergeant Teddy away and gave him to the sticky dogs. I want him back.
They let you have toys here?
I kept him secret, but I think somebody told on me.
Well, I'll see what I can do.
Thanks. See?
So again, we have to come up here and talk to Anthony. I don't see how, is this a pin here? Is that how we get out? Oh, yep, Arcade's trying to come in through there. Alright. So let's head back up and we'll talk to Anthony. Get this teddy bear back, and then we might go in and meet Kaisar himself. Kaisar, Caesar, however you pronounce it. This will be important as well. The howitzer here. But let's talk to Anthony.
What?
I'm here for Melody's bear.
This stupid girl should know by now that even the rags on her back are a privilege. Anyway, my mongrels like their new toy. Tell you what, you square off with 4 of my best dogs. No armor and no weapons except a machete. You survive, and I let you have the bear.
And now, you can do that if you want. He won't mind if you kill him.
I think they'll probably end up killing you. I trained them myself. But if you do win somehow, the mongrels will at least get honorable deaths.
We're gonna go ahead and not do that, but potentially losing 4 dogs is a high price to pay for a toy. What about 2?
Alright, 2 it is. There'll still be more than enough to take you down, I think.
But we're not gonna fight him. We're gonna flaunt our reputation here and just tell him to hand over the bear.
Yeah, I guess you're right. Here.
Now, this is where you get a small little choice with the quest. You can either just give her bear back to her, perfectly fine. That's gonna hurt. No, it didn't. You can give it to her, or you can tear it to pieces in front of her for more Legion fame.
Hi.
I got Sergeant Teddy. He's a little chewed up.
That's okay. I'll fix him. Can I have him now?
And like I said, you can just tear it in half in front of her, but I'm not gonna be that guy. Here you go.
Thank you.
And you get
Bye.
a good bit of karma for doing that. You don't get any fame or anything. But it's just a small unmarked quest you can do here. And like I said, we're gonna head up to the fort here now. I think there's gonna be one guy we want to talk to outside the fort real quick. And it'll involve that howitzer there. Maybe not him. That's a legionary, explorer. Is the guy we want down in the camp, maybe? I don't know. We'll go ahead and talk to Caesar first. Maybe he's in here.
You must enter Kaisar's tent alone. Anyone else must remain outside. You must enter Kaisar.
Okay, can you... I wish the game would make them auto just wait,
Okay.
but it doesn't. So you gotta tell your companions to wait here.
I didn't think anyone could
Here we are.
Ranger in single combat.
That's the man himself right there. Kaisar. And that is a familiar face right there. But first, let's talk to Lucius here.
Kaisar awaits.
Or not. We gotta talk to Kaisar first.
You're the courier who caused so much trouble for my legion, and yet you dare come before me. All the bribes I sent to the Omertas ended up buying me nothing. The great Khans aren't exactly clamoring to fight for my legion now. Years of meticulous scheming to place a mole at Camp McCarran. Wasted. So tell me this, because I really want to know. I am feared, with good reason. But you, of all people, dare to come here and stand before me, the mighty Kaisar. What were you thinking?
Well, he's not happy with us. You guaranteed my safety, though.
And you fell for that? Really? Because I'm going to have you killed now. Relax. I'm fucking with you. You do know why I wanted to meet you, right? A man nearly kills you, so you track him across the breadth of the Mojave. You arrive on the strip and waltz into the Lucky 38 like someone left you a key under the doormat. You visit the tops, and next thing you know, the head of the chairman is fleeing the strip like a whimpering little pup. When you set your mind to something, you get results. I like that. The question is, are you ready to get started?
What were you looking to start?
time is fast approaching when my Legion will assault the Great Dam and invade the West. Before that happens, I want Mr. House knocked out of the game. A quick 1-2 punch, with you doing the punching.
How do you know so much about me?
I have eyes and ears everywhere. It behooves me not to invade the West blind and deaf. It hasn't been hard to track your progress. It's not as though you've been keeping a low profile.
Well, what are you saying I have to do?
Down the hill, at the west edge of camp, is an old building. It was here when the fort was taken in 2277. Inside the building is a hatch. And inside that hatch are 2 steel doors that bear the sigil of the Lucky 38 casino. Now that same sigil is on the platinum chip Benny was carrying when we captured him. Isn't that interesting? Even more interesting, there's a slot about the same size as the chip on the console that opens the hatch. So you know what I think? I think the platinum chip opens those doors. Doors that can't be pried open, or drilled open, or blasted open. Because all that, I tried.
And, once I'm inside?
I want you to destroy whatever you find in there. And then I want you to come back here and tell me about it. So go to the building and take this fucking platinum chip with you. My legionaries will meet you there, with your weapons and equipment. Talk to Benny on your way out. He knows I'm going to let you decide how he dies. Maybe you want to remind him.
Alright, well, let's ask him a few questions, get to know him a little.
Again when you've destroyed whatever is down in that bunker.
Or not. Let's talk to Lucius now.
It is a great honor for anyone outside the Legion to get an audience with Kaiser.
Alright, is there anything you can tell me about the Legate?
He's the best warrior in the Legion. A full legionary by the time he was 12, he's never lost a battle. Had the Legate been in command during the Battle of Hoover Dam, the Legion would have won. I have no doubt about that.
Are you the second in command?
No. Legate Nyxus is Kaiser's second. The Legate replaced the Burned Man after the Legion's defeat at the dam several years ago.
Tell me about the Burned Man.
The Burned Man was Kaiser's advisor and general when the Legion was originally formed. The Burned Man led us to a disastrous defeat at the dam. On Kaiser's orders, the Burned Man was covered in pitch by the Praetorian Guard, lit on fire, and cast into the Grand Canyon. Kaiser has forbidden us from ever speaking his true name again. And so we simply refer to him as the Burned Man.
Well, I've noticed you don't carry a gun.
It's a tradition in the Praetorians to specialize in unarmed combat, because weapons can break or jam when needed most. However, our unarmed techniques favor offense over defense. We can charge the enemy and flatten him with our first strike before he can react.
If you have Unarmed 50, you can ask him to teach you some Praetorian unarmed techniques.
Of course. This will take some time, and I'm not a forgiving teacher.
Alright, so that's the Legion Assault Special Move. Initiate a power attack while running forward at an enemy.
You've proven yourself to be a true friend of the Legion. We have a safe house available to our agents in the Mojave. Here's the key. It's an excellent place to rest and store extra equipment. In addition, one of our veterans, Atticus, visits the house every few days. While he's there, you can acquire items useful for stealthy operations against our enemies from him.
And that's actually the reason we wanted the reputation. We wanted access to that safe house. But let's have some general questions.
I'll answer if I can.
How did you join the Legion?
When I was a boy, the Legion conquered my tribe. I was chosen for training as a legionary. I fought in many battles for the Legion. Eventually, Kaiser chose me to lead his Praetorian Guard. It was a great honor.
What happened to the rest of your tribe?
The girls and women were enslaved, and many of the men and boys were also chosen to become legionaries. The rest were killed.
You don't hate the Legion for what it did?
We were savages. The Legion raised us up, made us better than what we were.
Well, I guess that's it there. Is there anything you need me to do?
We recently obtained an artillery weapon, but we don't have the part or the skill to fix it.
Where did you get the gun?
The trader Dale Barton salvaged it from a military base in Arizona. Yuma, I believe.
What do you need artillery for?
The best marksmen of the NCR are usually at the rear of any battle. The gun will allow us to strike at them.
Alright, well, I'll see what I can do.
The tribe calling themselves the Boomers is obsessed with such weapons, I've been told. You could probably find a spare firing mechanism there.
So we actually already have the firing mechanism from when we went to the Boomers. I want to say it was in the storage room up there next to the museum.
What a load of Brahmin shit. Can you believe that guy?
I don't think either of us can fully understand what he and the tribes have gone through.
A fair point. But from the perspective of someone west of the Colorado, the man is clearly out of his mind. Maybe he didn't intend for things to wind up this way. But that doesn't mean he needs to perpetuate this bizarre anachronistic myth. And it doesn't mean that we should sit by and nod our heads at every absurd faux Roman casus belli he can dream up. He's a tyrant, the bad kind, and there's no way we're letting him take Hoover Dam.
Alright, so Arcade has some words about Kaisar there. But like I said, we already got the howitzer from the Boomers, so we can just come up, replace the firing mechanism, and now we go back and talk to Lucius. It's a quest we would have had to do if we wanted the reputation without the dog tags. I think I gave them too many dog tags, but I'm not too worried about it. Let's go ahead and talk to Lucius.
Yes. Do you have something to report?
Your howitzer is operational.
Well done. It will be very useful in the coming battle against the snipers the NCR will no doubt have hidden in the hills near the dam. Wale.
And to end off this episode, we're gonna talk to our old friend Benny here.
Go ahead and laugh, baby. I ain't blind to the humor in this situation.
I mean, it's pretty funny.
Yeah, well, laugh it up on your own time. Down to brass tacks. How'd your meet and greet with Baldy go?
He gave me the platinum chip.
Sure. Baldy wants you to go down there in the bunker and destroy whatever Mr. House stashed there. Oh, you don't want to do that, baby. Whatever's down in that bunker is the key to the city called Vegas. So here's what you do. You go down there and you use the chip to do whatever Mr. House would have wanted you to do. And when you get back to the strip, you find Yes Man. I made it so that cat can't help but be helpful. Dig?
Well, sure, but Caesar says I get to decide how you die.
Try not to smile so wide, baby. You might break your mouth. Yeah, Baldy said you get to decide. So which way you leaning?
Do you have a preference?
Yeah. To die in my sleep at a ripe old age after a marathon session of hey-hey with 30 sex-starved broads. You'll set that up? Look, I ain't a harbor for illusions. I ain't expecting to get out of this shindig alive. That's why I'm trying to hand you my scheme, baby. It's called having a legacy.
I haven't made up my mind yet.
I know, so many options. How do you choose just one?
Let's get to know you a little bit before we decide how you die.
I'm the most interesting person I know.
How was your tribe? Or was your tribe always called the Chairman?
No, in the way back we called ourselves the Boot Riders. Silly name, but that's how we rode the Mojave, dig? On our feet. We were nomadic badasses not to be trifled with. A gang of ruffians, though, with a certain panache. When House gave us the tops to renovate, his robots dropped off boxes full of suits and ties and wingtip shoes. Told us we were the chairman now. That caused an uproar, but I said the name sticks. Chow to the old ways, baby. Time to swing in style. If the shoes fit, you wear them.
And how long were you the head?
7 years. Took over 3 days after Mr. House introduced himself. Our chief at the time, mountain of a guy named Bingo, wanted to stay nomadic. I disagreed, so he challenged me to the knife. He looked so surprised when I stuck that knife in his neck. Thought he was so tough, but he was so slow. That's how I made chief. It's how things were back then.
And how did Mr. House introduce himself?
We were east of Vegas when the first Securitron we ever saw rolled up on us. We junked it in a minute flat. The next day, 20 roll up. So we listened. Said we'd been selected. Vegas needed us to defend it. In exchange, we'd get cushy digs, full stomachs, medical treatment. Everything a nomad never gets, in other words. Most of the tribe thought we should say no. I thought it was the best idea ever.
What happened after you fled the tops?
I prefer the term relocated. It took every stealth boy I had to cross the river at Cottonwood Cove. That was a close shave riding a boat full of Legion boys. Once I was across, I changed into a uniform. I swiped off a dead legionary outside Nelson. Tried to sneak into the bunker, but that didn't work out. They found the chip. I wasn't gonna tell them what it was used for, but let's just say they were persuasive.
Alright, alright. Well, what about the factions that want to rule Vegas?
Which greedy overlord do you want to start with?
Why shouldn't Mr. House run Vegas?
Mr. House hides Vegas under his skirt when the bombs fall 1,000 years ago, so it belongs to him? Forever? You buy that? Baby, every boss has a line to explain why he's special. Why everyone's gotta do what he says. You're just figuring that out? Vegas gotta swing, baby. Gotta have pizzazz. Respect where due, but that old man is square to the core.
What about the three families?
Or more like two, after what you did to the Omertas. Set it up right, and the families will roll with your caper. You might have to do some convincing.
What if my choice is none of the above?
Now you're talking. That is the ring-a-ding move, baby. First base is whatever Mr. House would have you do. Follow orders, rig the game to his specifications. Then, when he ain't looking, you knock him out of the running and find a way to take control of those Securitrons of his. Go see Yes Man. I made it so that cat can't help but be helpful.
Alright, what's so bad about the NCR?
Ain't we covered this? The only thing not bad about them is they ain't Legion. The NCR is the biggest gang of thieves in the Mojave. Only difference is they pass laws to make their crimes legal before they commit them.
You think Kaiser would destroy the strip?
Nah, just spruce it up with a crucifixion here and there. Come closer so I can step on you. The Legion is twisted, baby. Original losers worshipping the king of creeps like he's some kind of god. They're worse than roaches. My advice? Put on your stomping shoes.
Alright, well, let's get on to the meat here. Looks like we have a few different choices. We can help him escape. We can fight it out in the arena. We can kill him right here. Or we can crucify him if we really want to. But I'm a fair man. Let's give him a fighting chance here.
You do that for me, baby? Don't tease if you don't mean it. Sweet offer, baby, but if you cut these ropes, every legionary in this camp's gonna come running. With machetes. Now, on the other hand, if I had a stealth boy and a bobby pin, I could see myself out. Know what I mean?
Alright, well, what would you do next if you escape?
Baby, if you show me the door to Scramsville, that's where I'll go. Out of your hair, never to return. I've been a fink to you. Caused more than my share of grief by a hard mile. Let me go. You won't see me again.
I'll see what I can do.
Check's in the mail, hey? Don't get my hopes up.
What if something bad happened? Right here.
The direct approach, eh? Fair enough. But you should wait until the bunker's taken care of. Caesar won't like it if you eat dessert first.
And crucifixion is an option.
Yeah, real popular around here. It's a crowd pleaser.
So I guess we can't actually decide right now unless we help him escape. I don't really want to deal with it later, so I'm going to go ahead and deal with it now. I don't mind letting this guy escape. He will not be a problem after this point. And we're going to have a whole Securitron army if he ever comes back, so,
What?
Can I help him escape? I thought I had the option there before to, give him the stuff. Oh, do I not have my stealth boy on me? Is that the thing?
Nope. Like I said,
Stealth
baby.
boy and a bobby pin. Damn. Miscellaneous. I should have both of those. Unless, yeah, they probably took them off me. They took the stealth boys off of me. Or did I use them all? I might have used them all. I don't know. I guess we'll deal with Benny here later. But that's going to end off the episode here. Next time, we're going to get into that little building that we need to go to and deal with these Securitrons. And maybe one other thing with the Legion. But that'll be next time. Thank you guys for watching. I will see you then. Bye-bye.